Congressman Castro of Texas. Thank you so much, Congressman. Always a pleasure to have you on. So simply, should the Senate move forward with McConnell's clean proposal and just kind of hope that Speaker Boehner goes with it?
Well, I think that you see Harry Reid being cautious because we've seen Speaker Boehner make deals with the president before, for example, and then not be able to deliver the votes from his Republican conference when it comes time to put it to the floor for a vote. And so he wants to make sure that at the end of the day, as he said, there's going to be a bill that's sent over to the president, and it's going to be a clean bill on funding the Department of Homeland Security. If they want to have a separate vote on whether they support the president's executive action, that's fine, but the important thing is that we not hold the nation's security hostage to political differences.
But Congressman, does Senator Reid just risk scuppering the entire glimmer of hope we have here by demanding these assurances?
No, I mean, I think that this is the first big deal that's going to be made between Mitch McConnell and Harry Reid now that the roles are reversed, now that McConnell is the majority leader and Harry Reid, of course, is the minority leader. So I think they're still to some degree figuring each other out. My sense is that because this is on the table, a clean DHS bill, my sense is that things are going to work out in the end, but there's no doubt there's going to be some politics around it before the deadline, which is what we're seeing now.
All right, let's talk
I would also point out, Ronan, that there were reports today which Speaker Boehner didn't deny that he and Mitch McConnell have not spoken in a few weeks. These are the two leaders of the House and the Senate, both of the same political party, and we're dealing with very big issues, including this looming deadline, and they're not even speaking to each other. That's a very bad place to be.
Right, another classic on the Hill, not communicating. Let's talk about the underlying immigrations here, though. The Obama administration has asked a federal judge in your state, Texas, for an emergency stay on a decision that had come out of that same judge blocking the executive action that would shield millions of immigrants from deportation. A decision on that actually could come as early as today. What are you hearing from your constituents about that?
Well, I think we had in Texas hundreds of thousands of people who were anxiously awaiting the expanded DACA order and the DAPA order for parents of U.S. citizen children. So there were a lot of people whose hopes have been dashed, at least temporarily. I believe, as many others do, that this was the first step in a long legal dance, and when the music ends, the president's executive orders are going to be found constitutional, and these immigrants will find the relief that the president sought to extend to them. And again, this is about prioritizing deportations. These folks are not being granted amnesty. They're not being conferred citizenship by the president. He can't do that. This is about who you're going to prioritize in terms of who you deport, and that should be criminals and felons before you're deporting families.
And the president's holding a town hall that'll touch on immigration in a big way. It's going to be aired right here on MSNBC. That should air at 8 p.m. Everybody at home, I recommend you watch. I certainly will be. Congressman, what do you want to hear from the president on this subject right now?
Well, I think for him to reassure the people who were going to benefit that he's going to vigorously pursue the constitutionality of his executive order, that he's going to defend his order, which I expect that he will, and also that he's willing to renew his push for comprehensive immigration reform. I think that the president and Democrats and really everybody realizes how tough that's going to be when you've got a presidential primary going on, particularly on the Republican side, where folks like Steve King are vetting all of the 2016 Republican primary candidates. So we know it's going to be tough, but I do believe that those people are going to want to hear that he's committed to seeing this through for the rest of his term.
Congressman Castro, thanks so much. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.